Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, I'm Badruddin Muhammad and you're watching the English news program on Somaliland National Television. These are the main stories making headlines. Somaliland President met with a former UNFPA chairman and the new chairman of UNFPA, Sheikh Sisi and Francois Farah. Somaliland First Lady participated in a ceremony for providing awards to some of the government officials for their efficient working activities. UN expresses grave concern of a Yemeni's Houthi takeover. The President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mahmoud Silanyo, met with former chairman of UNFPA, Sheikh Sisi, and the new chairman of UNFPA, Francois Farah. The President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mahmoud Silanyo, met with the former UNFPA chairman, Sheikh Sisi, and the new chairman of UNFPA, Francois Farah. The UNFPA is an UN organization working with the government of Somaliland in the health sector. The ceremony held in the Presidential Palace of Somaliland was comprising of farewell and welcome ceremonies for the two officials of UNFPA. After the meeting was over, the Somaliland Minister of Health, Suleiman Ahmed Isa held a press conference to discuss the objectives of the meeting. The minister spoke about the aims of the meeting held by the President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mahmoud Silanyo, with the two UNFPA officials, and he mentioned that the ceremony held in the Presidential Palace was a farewell and welcome ceremony for the two officials. The minister also spoke about the collaboration activities with Somaliland government and UNFPA in Somaliland, and he elaborated on the important role that UNFPA plays in health sector of Somaliland. The Minister of Health, Suleiman Isa Ahmed mentioned that UNFPA offers training programs to Somaliland health sector, nurses and other health workers of Somaliland. On the other hand, the Minister of Health, Suleiman Isa today cut the ribbon of newly constructed building for psychiatric department of Hargeisa Group Hospital. The Minister of Health, Suleiman Isa, also spoke in the event, and he mentioned that he laid down the foundation stone last year. The foundation stone of this finished ward last year, and he also appreciated to cut the ribbon of this building today. Somaliland First Lady Amina Sheikh Mohammed Jirde participated in a ceremony for providing awards to some of Somaliland government officials for their efficient working activities. Somaliland First Lady participated in a ceremony for providing awards to some of the Somaliland government officials for their efficient working activities. The Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, the Minister of Education and Higher Studies, and the General Manager of Somaliland National Television participated in the ceremony. The ceremony was organized by Hargeisa Intellectual Talent Club after a long research and studies. The Somaliland First Lady, Amina Sheikh Mohammed Jirde, spoke in the ceremony and praised the youth of Hargeisa Intellectual Talent Club for their efforts. The Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources also spoke in the event, and they all welcome these initiatives made by Hargeisa Intellectual Talent Club. The Minister of Education and Higher Studies, Samsam Abdi Adam, the Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, Hussein Abdi Duale, the Minister of Finance, Abdul Aziz Mohammed Samale, the Minister of Presidency, Hirsi Ali Hassan, the Minister of Aviation, Mahmoud Hashi Abdi, the General Manager of Somaliland National Television, Khadr Hassan Ali Gas, and the Manager of the Somaliland Relief Office, Amina Mahmoud Diriye. The Minister of Education and Higher Studies, Samsam Abdi Adan, participated in an opening ceremony for new primary school. The Minister of Education and Higher Studies participated in an opening ceremony for new primary school located in the west of the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. In the opening of the ceremony, the regional chairman of education spoke in the event and elaborated on the significance of this primary school for the residents of that area. Mr. Sulaiman Ahmed Guled, the president of Amud University, also spoke in the event while he appreciated the opening of this new primary school. The Minister of Education and Higher Studies, Samsam Abdi Adam, also spoke in the ceremony and showed how she is jubilant to open this primary school located in the west of Hargeisa. Somaliland Minister of Environment and Rural Development, Shukri Haji Ismail Bandare, provided an information to Somaliland House of Elders. The Somaliland Minister of Environment and Rural Development provided an information about her ministry to the Permanent Committee of the Somaliland House of Elders. The Minister of Environment and Rural Development, Shukri Haji Ismail Bandare, spoke in the event and explained the duties of the ministry for the country and provided a substantial report regarding the achievements of the Ministry of Environment and Rural Development. The chairman of the Permanent Committee of House of Elders, Muhammad Aw Ahmed, thanked to the Minister of Environment and Rural Development, Shukri Haji Ismail Bandare, for her acceptance and information she provided. You are still watching the English news program of Somaliland National Television, the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news program, and now for our international headlines in detail. UN expresses grave concern over Yemen's Houthi takeover.
Thousands of people have come out to march in protest against Yemen's Shia Houthi group's decision to dissolve parliament and create a presidential council to fill a power vacuum. Protesters rallied in Taiz and the capital Sana'a on Saturday after Houthis announced the formation of a security commission including former ministries a day after its takeover of parliament as part of a coup. There were demonstrations in Hudaida, Taiz, Damar, Ibn Aden as well as Sana'a. The Houthi declaration was followed by an explosion outside the Houthi-controlled presidential palace in Sana'a that wounded a policeman and a civilian witness said. There were also reports that Houthis fired into the air to disperse protesters at the Sana'a University who had come out to demonstrate. 6 people were arrested, witnesses said. On Friday, the Houthis' takeover of a power drew a rebuke from Washington, the United Nations and neighboring Gulf states. The Shia group, which has controlled Sana'a since September last year, said it will set up 551-member National Council to replace parliament in the violence-wracked country, a key U.S. ally. The Houthis said the defense and interior ministries in the government of outgoing President Abd Rabbu Mansur Hadi were among the 18 members of the Security Commission. A 5-member presidential council will form a transitional government for 2 years. The Houthis announced in a constitutional declaration which also mentioned a revolutionary council to defend the nation.
Russia and EU leaders to draw up Ukraine peace plan. Putin, Merkel and Hollande agree on draft of blueprint that would include proposals from Poroshenko, the president of Ukraine.
The leaders of Russia, Germany and France have agreed during late night talks in Moscow to draw up a plan to end fighting in Ukraine as rebels wage a deadly offensive in the country's east. A spokesman for Russian President Vladimir Putin said that more than 4 hours of talks that wrapped up early on Saturday saw the leaders agree on the drafting of a blueprint that would also include proposals from Ukraine's Petro Poroshenko. No details of the plan were released, but Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters the talks had been substantial and constructive, adding that the German Chancellor Angela Merkel and French President François Hollande left swiftly afterwards. Works underway to prepare the next of a possible joint document to implement the Minsk agreements, said Peskov, referring to a widely followed truce from September. A French official also called the talks constructive and substantial and said work was being done to build together a document aimed at implementing the September truce. Putin, Merkel and Hollande, who did not address the media after the meeting, are to discuss the effort with Ukrainian President Poroshenko by telephone on Sunday. The European Paris talks with the Russian leader were seen as an attempt to prevent the 10-month conflict in East Ukraine from spiraling out of control as Washington considers supplying weapons to Kiev. The visit was Merkel's first to Moscow since the start of the Ukrainian crisis, while Holland had made a brief stopover in December. Ahead of the talks, Merkel laid down hopes of a rapid end to the fighting that has claimed more than 5,300 lives since April according to the UN. But she added, "We have to put an end to this bloodbath and implement the Minsk agreements." Merkel and Hollande first flew to Kiev on Thursday for discussions when US Secretary of State John Kerry also visited the Ukrainian capital. Kerry is set to meet Russia's top diplomat Sergei Lavrov at a security conference in Munich on Saturday, with the high-level diplomacy seeking to resolve the war's East-West crisis since the end of the Cold War.
That's all news we have for you today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.